From the moment you meet the narcissist, almost everything they do is about getting you dependent on them and trying to reframe your life such that they become the centerpiece of your life and you need them. And you find yourself in this position where you suddenly cannot live your life without them, and you can't imagine living your life without them. Again, by becoming the centerpiece of your world, that's how you feel. So that's what narcissists want to achieve. That's where they get leverage, that's where they get power, that's where they feel grandiose, being the centerpiece of your world and putting you into that position where you suddenly can't live life without them. Once they have you in that position, they can devalue you, use you as they wish, to regulate their emotions, to do things for them, the whole nine. And they can't see that you would walk away, that you would just leave them because they know how dependent you are on them. So they can get away with so much for a long time. And when things end, if things end, then it's going to be on their watch, or it's going to be at a time where they don't care about you anymore. So at that point, of course, you're heavily devalued by the narcissist. But the question is, what might make the narcissist revalue you again? If the narcissist is no longer part of your life, what might make them want to come back? And of course, you may no longer be thinking about them, may no longer be wanting them, and sometimes they resurface. It's when you manage to kill that mirage, when you manage to sort things out, reframe your life into a better place, where they're no longer the centerpiece of your life or your thinking, they're no longer the centerpiece of your emotions, and you no longer feel any need to have them in your life. It's when you've resorted yourself such that you're completely content, happy, eager, living your life without them, and you have no expectation or will to have them back. That's when all of a sudden you become very valuable. And not only do you become very valuable in their eyes, but you also threaten them because they feel small all of a sudden. They feel insignificant. They don't like to feel insignificant. They don't feel so grandiose. They don't feel so validated. And some people think, well, how will the narcissist know when I just don't care about them anymore? They feel it. They just do. Sometimes there will be physical evidence. Very often there is physical evidence to back it up. But when there's not the physical evidence, there are ways. And narcissists are very intuitive and perceptive when it comes to where they stand in people's lives. That is the narcissist's biggest skill, is knowing where they stand in your life. Because they then know what they can get away with and how they can play off people. So it is that point where you are okay, you have moved on, you are doing your own thing. That's when the narcissist sees a lot of value in you. That's when the narcissist also feels injured. That's where the narcissist feels they want to come back, but not because they want to come back per se, even though that may be the story they tell themselves, and that may be the story they want to tell you, that they want to be back in your life because they love you, they care about you. But they want to come back into your life so that they can make themselves the centerpiece of your world again, to get you emotionally bonded to them again, so that they can then discard you and live off that validation for as long as they can. When narcissists discard people, they're looking to live off the validation for a long time. They're not done with you being done with you. They're done with you, but they're looking to get supply from that while they're getting supply from the new person, if there is a new person. So, and that probably doesn't come as a surprise to you, because if you've been in these types of relationships and you've broken up, you probably would have noticed that the moments where you're feeling better are the moments where these people come back. And just be conscious that they don't change. And it doesn't matter what story they tell you to make you believe they've changed. They don't change. And once they're out of your life and you start reframing your life into a better place, just make sure to keep it that way and keep them out. Okay, hope you found some of that helpful, and thanks for watching this video.